1, 2, 3, 4. This time he really listened to my legs good, even at 4th gear. That was good. One of the most important maneuvers in the reining pattern is the stop. So I spent quite a bit of time working on Titan's approach and every part of that stop. There's gonna be the approach to the stop, there's gonna be the turn before the approach. When I turn my horse, I wanna make sure that he's straight, up with his shoulder, driving with his hip, and I'm gonna make sure that when I turn him, he's in a straight position so that I don't have to change his body position going from the approach to the stop. The right body position for the stop is a straight body position, like I said, with his shoulder up and his hip engaged and driving. So we're gonna make sure that when we're driving to the stop and we're gonna increase that speed, it maintains that correct position all the way to the stop. We also need to make sure that we have full control of the speed going down the pen. Just as important as his body position is the speed control. If Titan's is ahead of me, he's probably not going to be thinking about the stop as much. If he's behind me to where he's not moving forward, he's not going to stop as good because his front end is going to be down and he's not going to be elevated up front. So making sure that I have Titan's attention and that he's speeding up just as fast as I want him to, it's going to be critical in order to get a good stop. Today with Titan, I'm going to focus on some more stopping, but just a little bit different approach to it. Meaning that we've covered the corner before the approach, we cover the speed control getting to the stop. Now what I'm gonna cover today is making sure that Titan listens to that stop everywhere in that rundown. By that, I mean that the minute I turn that corner and I start the approach to my stop, I want that horse focus on me as much as speeding him up, but also on stopping, meaning that if I only stop down at the end, pretty soon Titan's not gonna listen to me from the beginning of the rundown to about 3/4. He's only gonna concentrate on that end as far as the stop. And what happens is that a lot of times they may miss that first stop because they're really not listening to you throughout the whole rundown. So I want him listening as far as how fast I'm gonna run, but I always want in the back of his mind to always think that there's a possibility that we could stop at any time. I don't want him thinking stop, 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 but there's gotta be some stop in his mind, because if it's totally out of his mind, that first time you ask him to stop going real fast, he may miss it. And young horses obviously are gonna be more prone of missing that first stop just because as young as they are, they haven't had as much stopping done in their career. The older the horse gets, the more he's gonna have a pretty good idea that that stop is coming as soon as you start that rundown. But with Titan today, we're gonna concentrate on making sure that we can give him some different signals to stop at different positions of the rundowns, and he's gonna stop at every single time we ask him to. With him, I want him to stop both when I open my legs and when I pick up on his face. Meaning that just like I did when I started that turnaround, we wanna make sure we have a couple buttons on him just so that when we use both, the chances of him not listening to both of them are pretty slim to none. There's always that chance, and I'm sure you've seen videos of me missing that stop. So all of this is just to prepare myself, but there's always that chance of them not stopping. But we're gonna do the best we can to make sure that doesn't happen. So first of all, we're gonna make him listen to our legs, meaning that if I press my outside leg, you need to go faster. If I slowly take my outside leg off, you need to slow down. If I open both of my legs, you need to stop. So let's test that button first. Always one thing at a time. I concentrate on working on one thing at a time, no matter what exercise I'm working on or what maneuver I'm working on. It's gotta be real clear for the horse what we're doing. Got him straight. Position is always the same. Straight line, turn, a little bit of outside leg. Let's go just to let's say second gear. 1, 2. So what happened here? He had a thought about stopping, but he wasn't really that concentrated on stopping. So he came out of the ground and went sideways. What I'm gonna remind him of, not that he didn't stop good, but he wasn't real serious about committing to the ground off my legs. That's exactly what's gonna happen and the horse is not thinking about the stop. We've been spending time on the rundowns. The last couple of days I really worked on those rundowns. I haven't done any stopping, so today I come down and instead of going all the way to the end, I asked him to stop a little bit earlier, just off my legs, and he half thought, half not about it. All I did was remind him of what he missed, meaning that I opened my legs and kicked him a little bit because that's what he didn't listen to. There was no point of pulling hard with my hand and backing him up 100 feet. He just wasn't listening to my legs. So what I did after he missed that stop, I opened my legs again and kicked him once, and then I gave him the signal again, opened them, kicked him twice, and now we're gonna see if he'll listen to him. 1, 2. Much better. I'm not pulling on his face at this time because we're concentrating on the legs. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm still gonna concentrate on the legs, but I'm gonna go just a little bit faster. I wanna make sure that he's concentrating on those legs at any speed. Both going slow, like I am right now. I'll test him here. And he stopped, but I don't feel that he was that serious. He was looking at the horses that I had on the other side of the fence. So I'll test him at different spots. If you notice right there, I felt that I was losing his concentration, and I tested him going slow. And now we'll test him going fast also. By changing speed, we're gonna make sure that he's concentrating on our cues, no matter what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time he really listened to my legs good, even at 4th gear. That was good. So just to change it up a little bit, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go and turn that corner, and I'm just gonna open my legs as soon as I get him straight. I know he can stop here at the end. I wanna make sure he's concentrating on me in a different spot. And I don't even have to go that fast. Maybe we'll get to 1st gear and then stop him. But let's just make sure that he does it early too, not just long. 1. And he listened to me. So if you noticed, what I'm doing is testing different things. I'm testing that he's going fast and stopping. I'm testing that he's going slow and stopping. I'm testing that he's stopping over here, and I'm testing that he's stopping in the center. I'm almost making sure that he stops at the end where I gotta go show. So just because I'm showing and stopping at 3/4 when I go show doesn't mean that I'm only gonna stop at 3/4. I'm gonna test every part of the rundown. Now I know that Titans is listening to my legs. We were talking about the other cue, which was my hand. So we wanna make sure that he's listening to that also. So now that I know that I can open my legs at any time and he's concentrating on me, let's see if we can do the same thing just off my hand. So I'm still gonna open my legs just a little bit because I don't wanna confuse him and keep my legs right on him, but I'm gonna make him concentrate on my hand. I'm not gonna be pulling hard on him, meaning that the cue is not to be jerked in your face or me pulling hard on his face. The cue is gonna be just a little bit of a movement with my hand, and then I'm gonna release. Remember when you were watching Clinton stopping him, he was explaining how he was drawing his horse in the ground and then turning him loose so that he would keep that forward motion with his front legs. We're gonna do the same thing here. Nothing has changed. Same basics as what Titan has been doing with Clinton. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. If you noticed, I put him in the ground and then I turned him loose and I want him to stay in the ground. That was really good there. Let's test it at the beginning of the rundown. I don't think we're gonna have any problems, just to make sure. Making my straight line right here. It's a short straight line, but it's still a straight line. Turn, getting him straight. 1. Real good. If you noticed, this horse has been stopped. I mean, he's a stopper, so obviously that makes it easy. But Clinton has done a real good job making him go into the ground soft. And that's one thing that's what you really want to concentrate on. The harder the stopper you have, the more you want him to go to the ground soft. By going to the ground soft, they're gonna go a lot longer, they're gonna be a lot prettier to look at. If you scare him and you make him go to the ground hard, you're gonna have a cow horsey type of stop that in the reining doesn't work anymore. You're not gonna get that many points. The type of stop that you want is what Titan has on it, to where he's really going hard behind, but he's really soft and going a long way up front and never locking his front end up. When they're doing that, your chances of getting a good paycheck are a lot higher.
Hey mate, I hope you enjoyed the training session today with Andre Fapani and Titan. We'll see you next week, mate.